It was a cold, moonless night when I first moved into the old house on the outskirts of a small town. This was just a few years ago, but it feels like a lifetime. The house had stood since the colonial rule of the British in America, its walls steeped in history and mystery. I had come in search of solitude, a quiet place to finish my novel. The locals whispered about the place, claiming it was haunted, but I, ever the skeptic, brushed off their warnings. The house, with its creaking floors and dusty corners, seemed perfect. But from the moment I stepped inside, I felt an uneasy chill, as if unseen eyes were watching my every move. I tried to ignore it, chalking it up to my imagination and the newness of the place. Around midnight, as I sat by the flickering fireplace, I heard it, the soft whisper of a voice, almost too faint to discern. It seemed to be calling my name, Emily. Emily. I called out, "Who's there?" but received no answer. The whispering continued, growing louder and more insistent, until it echoed through the empty halls. Determined to uncover the source, I followed the voice up the grand staircase, my heart pounding with each step. The voice led me to the attic, a place I had not yet explored. The door, old and weathered, creaked open to reveal a room covered in dust and cobwebs. At the center stood an antique mirror, its surface dark and clouded. As I approached, the whispers grew frantic, almost pleading. I wiped away the grime from the mirror and gasped. Reflected back was not my own image, but that of a young girl, eyes wide with terror. I whispered, "Who are you?" And then the girl in the mirror began to speak, her voice a ghostly whisper that chilled me to the bone. "I am Annabelle," she said. "Trapped in this mirror for over a century. Betrayed and murdered by those I trusted." My blood ran cold. I tried to step back, but found myself rooted to the spot. Annabelle continued, her tone desperate, "You must help me. Free me from this prison, or you will suffer the same fate." Before I could respond, the mirror's surface rippled, and a spectral hand reached out, grabbing my wrist. Pain shot through my arm as I struggled to break free. The whispers turned to screams, filling my mind with visions of Annabelle's death, drowning in a sea of darkness and despair. Desperate, I remembered the locals' warnings and their tales of the house's dark past. I knew what I had to do. Summoning all my strength, I tore myself away from the mirror and ran to the fireplace. Grabbing the iron poker, I returned to the attic, my resolve unshaken. "I will end this," I declared. With a fierce cry, I shattered the mirror. Glass shards flew, and Annabelle's scream filled the room, a sound of pure anguish and relief. The whispers ceased, and the oppressive weight lifted from the house. I stood amidst the broken glass, breathless but victorious. The haunting was over, but the memory of Annabelle's tormented face would stay with me forever. I knew I had done the right thing, freeing a trapped soul from its torment. But as I descended the stairs, the faintest whisper echoed behind me, a chilling reminder that some spirits never truly rest. The next morning, as I packed my belongings to leave the old house for good, I stumbled upon a hidden compartment in the attic floor. Inside was a dusty, leather-bound diary. I carefully opened it and found it belonged to Annabelle. The diary detailed not only Annabelle's life but also the dark secrets of the house and the unsolved mysteries that still lingered. I couldn't help but say to myself, "Looks like my story here isn't quite finished." And with that, I knew I had found my next story. I would uncover the remaining secrets of the house, and perhaps, finally bring peace to the restless spirits within. Little did I know, the diary held more than just answers. It held the key to a darker truth that would haunt my every step.